Well, we are back. We got the Anteaters in the house. UC Irvine men's basketball, fresh off of an NCAA tournament. Not just appearance, but a win in the NCAA tournament. 31 wins a season ago. They won 17 straight at one point. And now they're back, ready for another campaign to get going here on AM830 for the 1920 season. We got Russ Turner in the house. What's going on, Coach? How are you?
Oh, it's good to be here, Trent. Thanks for having us all over.
Yeah, we got a bunch of your veterans here. We got Eyassu, Worku going over here, Edgar Jr. We got Big Brad Greene and Tommy Rutherford all hanging out with us today. I want to start with you, Eyassu, as you come back now after getting that great experience of being there in the tournament a year ago. Now you get into the offseason. Have you had a chance to reflect at all about what that experience was like for you?
Definitely. I mean, it was obviously a great experience. It was just a great run that we had. And then in the off season, I mean, I think we're even hungrier. We want to come back. We want to do the same things that we did last year. And I think everyone's putting the work, and I think it's going to show this year. I
think the number one question Anteater fans have for you, though, right now, how you feeling? Are you healthy? You doing good? Because I think we all remember that at the end of last year.
Yeah, I'm doing good right now. I'm taking each day. I mean, I've been doing treatment every week, every day, basically. But I'm healthy as of right now, and I'm looking forward to stepping on the court.
I want to talk with you, John Edgar, about what you were able to bring to this UC Irvine program a year ago. Especially, I mean, there were some of those games last year where you'd catch fire from three, and there was look out because you were going to knock them down. And I know that you've always been a really confident shooter. So coming into this season, what are some of the things that we want to work on this last year to get ready for this season?
I definitely think I didn't have as much leadership when I was younger because I was a young player. So I was looking up to players like Gallo, Max, Elston maybe, so I think leadership is something I want to take on this year with so many freshmen we have.
Yeah, that's the thing, Coach. You got 7 freshmen. I can't believe you can talk at all. I feel like your voice is probably in a mid-season form, hoarseness-wise.
Yeah, well, it's not that bad because of these veterans.
Yeah,
we've got 4 guys here who've been in our program now, going on their 4th year, and we've got an additional guy in Leonard who's done the same thing. So I've got some guys I know that I can count on. And that's the reason I'm most excited right now. But the freshman group is good. They're talented. They're hardworking. They're trying to pick up and learn the habits that these veterans I've got already have. That's going to be a fun journey. It's not fun every day because some of the things I say right now the freshmen still don't fully understand, but we're going to get there.
Yeah, what's it like having this kind of a team, though? Because a lot of times, like in college basketball, sometimes there's younger teams. I remember 2 years ago, in fact, I went back and listened to a conversation you and I had after Montana had just beaten you guys by 20 points. We had a conversation that night, and at the time we were 4-11, and then to go a year and a half forward with an NCAA tournament win, it was crazy. But I go back to how young that team was. And then sometimes you have really heavily senior-laden teams. It seems like this team's kind of the balance of both. It's a young team, yes, but you got a lot of seniors coming back too that have been there and know how to win.
Yeah, I have confidence coming into this year that we can succeed. The confidence back during that time you just referenced was more about our talent. Right now I think we've got a combination both of talent and depth of talent in this team with 16 guys who all can play. And I've got some veterans who've been through the struggle of trying to win, and specifically trying to win close games and trying to accomplish something together as a group. I hope that they can be tone setters with the young guys in terms of getting them to buy into how difficult it is to have success in college basketball. We're in a position where we could take that for granted. We could be complacent or entitled. I don't expect us to be that. In fact, I'm going to demand that we're not. And I'm really counting on the leadership of the group that's here with us today.
Coach Turner, you talk all the time about unselfishness. Well, Brad Greene, I think that you're a classic case of this. Redshirted last year after a really good season the year before that. Now you're back. 2 more years of eligibility. I think everyone is ready for you to have a big-time presence in there. What have the last 2 years been like for you now in getting ready to this point?
Well, last year was really rough for me at first just because I did come off of a year I thought I did pretty well, and then made some great changes in my body, just physical-wise, mentally and everything. But then start of the season was really rough. But then as we started having more success and I kind of saw that what I was doing was not only help myself but also helping the team and being there to practice with them, help talk through things with some of the guys that were on the court that I could see sitting off. So it's just been a real learning experience for me, really. And so this year I'm really excited to be back there and just help out the way I could now.
How much do you think like that adjustment that you can make, right, from being, oh man, like I wish I was playing, to, okay, wait a minute, I understand what this is all about, I understand what this coaching staff wants from me, and being able to bring that into this year, like where does that happen?
I think it just helps mainly just with myself, with knowing what is kind of expected of me now, just because I saw like what they expected from the veterans last year. But then also helping in the freshmen, because we got some good bigs in the freshman group that are coming up. So I think it's just easier for me now to communicate those views that the coaches have to them, so they can learn everything a lot more quickly and just be ready for competition like all of us are.
I think when we talk with Tommy Rutherford, the first question UCI fans want to know to the engineering major, hey, how's school going? Everything going okay? I think people want to know about this, Tommy. So how's everything going in the classroom for you?
Everything's going great. I've been starting hard, and this quarter hasn't been too stressful so far, but just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, man. 2 years ago, last year, a preseason all-conference player, and there's obviously a lot of people. You were on everybody's radar last year because of the success that you had really early in your career. Now you come into your senior campaign with an NCAA tournament win under your belt and being a part of this group for so long. How much can the experience that you went through last year now help you come into this season?
Well, we know what to expect and what we can expect from ourselves. Going through that experience, you learn a lot from the vets that were from last year, Gallo, Rob, and Elson and Spencer. Like they kind of teach you those values of what it means to be a competitor and what it means to be a leader on this team. And I feel like we as a veteran group can really do that and hopefully get to that same point we got last year.
Sure.
Can I throw some in on
yeah,
that,
do
Trent?
that. Yeah.
Because a lot of people I don't think realize how effective Brad and Tommy were when they played together 2 years ago. They were just a really good combination of big guys, and we never got to experience that last year because Brad redshirted. So I'm excited to rekindle that chemistry on the court that Brad and Tommy had, both on offense and defense, and I think that's going to be a really confidence building for Tommy.
Is that like a natural thing? Do you guys just have like a natural chemistry? Like where did this come from?
I think, we just have grown as brothers and friends, and when you trust your teammates as much as I do, and it makes things a lot easier on the court, and I think it's just kind of reflects in success when you have that type of faith in your squad.
Brad, Gallo kind of bullied the Big West for, 3 years in a row? You could say maybe all 4 years. Do you feel like, hey, maybe you could kind of take on some of that role, too, on the defensive end?
I don't know if I can fill the shoes completely like Gallo had them, but I feel like I can really have an impact in those areas, both on defense and with rebounding. This last year was really fun, being on that practice squad against everyone, because I got to compete against them every day. Most teams only get to compete them once or twice throughout the year, so I saw a lot of it through the year. Me and him would battle. Me and the rest of the bigs would battle. Our whole team battles every day, even today, so I'm really excited just to see what I can actually do out there this year.
I got a couple questions.
There were some days last year where I had to tell Brad, no more right-handed baskets. You can only shoot with your left hand, because I would get mad when the scout team was having success.
Well, that sounds like a fantastic problem to be coming into this team with. I got some questions for the backcourt now. I think we got an idea what's going on with the bigs. So no Max anymore, no Robert Cartwright anymore. It's now up to other guys to step up, and obviously you both have been a big part of this program for a long time, and Evan's not here today, but we can include Evan Leonard in that as well. What's it going to take for this group to kind of absorb some of the roles of those guys and from an offensive perspective kind of be catalysts and lead this team in that way?
I think that we just need to step up. I think we have capable players on our team, and I think that has to do with confidence and putting in the work. But I think we're capable of doing it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do.
Yeah, Eyassu, I remember your high school career here in Southern California, just off the charts. And I know people have been really excited and watched you continue to build and grow in your game. How do you feel like where you're at now coming into your senior season?
I'm just thankful to be healthy, playing for a great coach and great program. And I mean, this is my last year, as you said, and I just want to go out with a bang, and that's all I can really look forward to.
John, I know we talked about some personal goals for you on this team, but when you think about this team together, like, what kind of success do you feel like this group can have this year?
I think we can go all the way, same as last year or even better. I just think that we're just a really young team, but we have our coach Turner puts confidence in us every day. When we're down, he reminds us that we're champions. So I think that builds a lot of confidence in us as well too.
Yeah. And Trent, I want to say that each one of these guys that's here, these veterans, I feel like goes into the season with something to prove. We had a lot of success last year, but none of these individuals were credited with much of it. And that surprised me some, the way that the media or whoever focused on the individuals that got the most attention. These guys didn't. So now it's their turn. I think they're all very hungry. I think there's a little edge that they each feel about the opportunity this year creates. And I'm excited for that because these guys have been every bit as important to our success as some of those guys who've moved on.
Hey, it's going to be a blast. I'm excited. I can't wait to see each and every one of you all season long. It's going to be fun. We're excited to have the games back here on AM830 once again. And thanks for coming in studio and hanging out with us today. I think this will be lots of fun this season. I told you when I came on, I wanted to go to tournaments. I didn't just say one. So let's see what we can do. I'm ready. I'm back for another year, and hopefully we're back in the madness.